Welcome, beautiful royal family, to another episode of TRF News, and I am your brother Mike Malice. And family, tonight is the night that I have been waiting for. I am not going to lie, because tonight I am going to talk to you with a certain passion, because this particular topic that we are going to talk about tonight is something that has been so intriguing to me ever since I was a child. My earliest memories from when I was like 3 years old, I kid you not, and I'm not going to bore you with all of that stuff, but just know that this particular topic here tonight is something that burns deep in my soul, okay? Now, first, before we get things kicked off here, I want to talk about the Royal Gathering. First and foremost, I want to say thank you to each and every last person that has already donated. Thank you so much. And yes, family, the Royal Gathering, we are planning to bring this to emanate from the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. So yes, family, please, I ask each and every last one of you to donate to the Royal Gathering so that we can get this going on in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, so that I have the opportunity to meet each and every last one of you, and we have a wonderful, wonderful time that night. So family, please check the link in the description for the Royal Gathering. Now, family, let's talk about this subject here. Extremely taboo, something that a lot of people will not touch, but let me tell you right now, I will touch this topic. You know why? There are so many people, and I'm talking about within Israel, I'm talking about men and women who claim that they are in the truth, but they will never touch this topic because they are cowards and they are afraid that people are going to look at them as a crazy person. They're going to look at them like they're a kook, a conspiracy theorist, all of those different terms. I could not care less, because I know that there is a God that sits on the throne in heaven right now. I know that. And I believe that there are many, many things that he have created that our eyes have never seen. But let me tell you what I don't believe in. Let me be 100% upfront and honest with you. I do not believe in aliens. I do not believe in aliens. I do not believe in extraterrestrials. I do not believe in alien spacecraft. I don't believe in any of those things. So as we talk about this, I want you to understand something. I do not believe that there was one alien in that mall in Miami, Florida, at the Bayside Shopping Center. I think that's what it's called, all right? Those of you from Florida, please let me know. I don't believe that there was any aliens in that mall. But let me tell you what I do believe. I do believe that there is a God in heaven. And I do believe 100% wholeheartedly that 3 angels of the Lord showed up in a heavily populated Black and Hispanic area. That I do believe 100%. 100%. So now, with that being said, family, there is something that I have to show you. I want to make this clear. I will not be presenting any evidence, or I will not be reporting on anything trying to prove alien existence. If that is what you came here for tonight, you can leave right now, because that is not what I'm going to do. I am not going to try to present any type of videos tonight, because there's a lot. I am not going to try to present any videos trying to convince you that aliens exist. But what I am going to show you are videos that is going to educate you and prove to you beyond a shadow of a doubt that you are the victim of a great deception, a cover-up for something that took place on New Year's Day, January 1st, 2024, at the Bayside Mall or Bayside Shopping Center. So, family, please, without any further ado, let me show you our very first video. Let's take a look.
Rumors of aliens invading Miami are going viral on social media.
This is for real, folks. The conspiracy theory stems from a large police presence at Bayside Marketplace on New Year's Day.
Take a good look at your screen. Are those aliens walking in front of Bayside Marketplace in downtown Miami? Online conspiracy theorists are saying that shadowy figure, not far from parked Miami police cars, appears to be an alien.
Honestly, I think it looks pretty real to me. Alien look pretty chill.
I'd be friends with an alien. I think it'd be pretty cool.
The viral video was allegedly taken during that massive police presence at Bayside on New Year's Day. Crowds of young people armed with sticks began fighting. Crowds of young people armed with sticks began fighting. Crowds of young people armed with sticks began fighting. Police say juveniles were also setting off fireworks that some believed was gunfire, resulting in chaos.
There's a big crowd of people running out of Bayside and kind of grouping up outside. And then we hear more commotion, and now they're all just running through the streets, running between cars, almost getting hit by cars. It was like absolute chaos.
Now, rumors are circulating on social media saying police weren't there to handle a group of rowdy teens, but rather 8 to 10 feet tall shadow aliens.
But the real question is, are they friendly? Are they after us? Are they going to attack us? Are they going to do world domination on us? Who knows, man?
The phrases Miami Mall and aliens in Miami have been among the top 10 searches on Twitter's trending tab. And Google News even has several reports questioning the event. Miami police saying in part, there were no aliens, UFOs, or ETs. No airports were closed. No power outages. The statement ended with a facepalm emoji.
Now, to read up on the story, and a lot of people are interested in the story because it's gone viral. Check it out for yourself. Go to our website, cbsmiami.com, and the police were very emphatic. There were no aliens.
Yeah, no aliens, but you can file this one definitely on the Only in South Florida tab.
People love it. People want to talk about it.
Makes for good conversation.
It sure does, yeah.
Okay. Family, you saw that there for yourself. Now, let me explain something to you. Because many of you have no idea what you have just encountered. But let me tell you, family, you are the victim of a great deception. And I'm going to break this down. I'm going to prove this here to you. Now, as you watch that video, there is something that you may not have even noticed as you were watching it. But they did something that is called the laugh factor. You see, this is a tool, an essential tool that is used in journalism. Let me give you an example. You see, because it doesn't matter anything that I say, it doesn't matter what I say, anything at all. But as long as I am presenting you with a couple of chuckles and this smile and looking into this camera, there isn't anything that I can say that you will take seriously. That's what they employed. Now, once you see a person with a smile and a chuckle, what that does, it removes your defense. And it doesn't make you take anything serious. They employed that. But there are also some other things, that these journalists, that they do employ. Let me show you. Because you see, first of all, if I were to possibly go with a career in journalism, I would have a voice like this. You see, because it's all about inflection. It's all about inflection. It's all about attitude. And it doesn't matter what I do here in front of this camera. I can go ahead and inflict my voice, and I can pull the viewer in. Because I know exactly the type of tactics that it takes. Or if it's something that I have to be, just a little more, how would you say, a little bit more appealing to a white audience, then I will certainly take my voice and make it just like this. And I will have this kind of bouncy type personality so that everyone can understand that I am full of vibrance. And this voice right here, this voice is very, very non-threatening. And these are just the type of things that they will do to employ to the viewer. Because it's all about deception, family. It's all about deception. This is what they do. So now that I've showed you a couple of those tactics, right? I'm going to play the video again. And then I want you to see if anything that I said was employed in that video. So without any further ado, family, take another look.
rumors of aliens invading Miami are going viral on social media.
This is for real, folks. The conspiracy theory stems from a large police presence at Bayside Marketplace on New Year's Day.
Take a good look at your screen. Are those aliens walking in front of Bayside Marketplace in downtown Miami? Online conspiracy theorists are saying that shadowy figure not far from parked Miami police cars appears to be an alien.
Honestly, I think it looks pretty real to me. Alien look pretty chill.
I'd be friends with an alien. I think it'd be pretty cool.
The viral video was allegedly taken during that massive police presence at Bayside on New Year's Day. Crowds of young people armed with sticks began fighting. Police say juveniles were also setting off fireworks that some believed was gunfire, resulting in chaos.
There's a big crowd of people running out of Bayside and kind of grouping up outside. And then we hear more commotion, and now they're all just running through the streets, running between cars, almost getting hit by cars. It was like absolute chaos.
Now, rumors are circulating on social media saying police weren't there to handle a group of rowdy teens, but rather 8 to 10 feet tall shadow aliens.
But the real question is, are they friendly? Are they after us? Are they gonna attack us? Are they gonna do world domination on us? Who knows, man?
The phrases Miami Mall and aliens in Miami have been among the top 10 searches on Twitter's trending tab. And Google News even has several reports questioning the event. Miami police saying in part, there were no aliens, UFOs, or ETs. No airports were closed. No power outages. The statement ended with a facepalm emoji.
Now, to read up on this story, and a lot of people are interested in the story because it's gone viral. Check it out for yourself. Go to our website, cbsmiami.com, and the police were very emphatic. There were no aliens.
Yeah, no aliens, but you can file this one definitely on the Only in South Florida tab.
People love it. People want to talk about it.
Makes for good conversation.
It sure does, yeah.
Was I lying? I told you. And that's exactly what they did. They made you drop your defense for that story out there, because that is a very crazy story. Let's be honest. For three angels of the Lord to show up in the middle of a crowded, populated mall. Let me ask you a question. What would you have done? What would you have done if you saw that for yourself? So now, family, I got to show you another video. I got to show you another one. Family, please, I need you to open your spiritual eyes and ears. And I need you to pay attention to everything that you're seeing on screen. Please, family, pay attention. And without any further ado, here you go.
Young people armed with sticks began fighting. Crowds of young people armed with sticks began fighting. Crowds of young people armed with sticks began fighting. Crowds of young people armed with sticks began fighting.
All right, family. Okay. I asked each and every last one of you to make sure that your spiritual eyes and ears were open, right? Did y'all see the video of the so-called fight? Did y'all see that? That one little snippet clip that they showed. That one little clip. Family, let me ask y'all a question. Why did they only show that one little clip of those people fighting? It wasn't even 2 seconds. It probably wasn't even one. But they showed you that one little clip in there of all those black people. All you saw was black people in commotion, right? So now, I actually went and found that clip. I found a clip. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you that clip in its 21-second entirety. So without any further ado, family, here you go. All right. So now let's start getting into what I like to call the meat and potatoes. All right, family. Now, You saw the original clip, right, that the news showed. Did you see up in the top left-hand corner? It was a little Twitter tag that was called, what did it say? Only in Dade. So, of course, I see something like that and I just got to take a look. Do you know what Only in Dade is? Only in Dade is a media ran site. And that that footage looks like it came from a civilian camera. Ladies and gentlemen, family, this is a media-based company. A media-based company that fed that footage directly to the news. Who else works for Miami-Dade, family? Who else works in conjunction with Miami-Dade? That county, that is owned by the county. Who else is owned by the county? The police. So they fed the police that video. They are so not slick. All you have to do is just a little research. That's all it takes, is just a little bit of research. How was it that I was able to find out that that video, first and foremost, was a feed that came directly from the county? All the video there, and they could not get a civilian to give the footage? And you're about to find out why it had to come from a Miami-Dade County official news page, not a civilian. Not a civilian. So, can I ask y'all another question? Now that you saw the actual full video with the audio, what was going on? What did you notice? It was a bunch of black people whooping up on a white boy. Not only did you watch a bunch of black people whooping up on a white boy, you also witnessed the police watching about 20 black people whooping up on one white boy. And that police officer did absolutely nothing. But you have to ask yourself, why did that police officer not do anything? Because he couldn't get out of his car. Why could that police officer not get out of his car? You know why? He was instructed not to, for his safety. Is there any other time that you would ever hear about a police officer remaining inside of his vehicle as a white person is being whooped up on, and the police sat there and watched and did nothing? Does that not sound a little fishy? Does that not sound a little against the grain when it comes to us? Because any type of opportunity that a police officer could have to inflict violence against a black person or a Hispanic or a Native American, they will not pass up that opportunity, will they? The answer is no, they will not. So why did he? Because there was something that was walking outside that had him terrified. And it wasn't the black people. It wasn't them. Because he had orders to stay in his car. Oh, we're going to get more into it. We didn't get into it. Y'all really got to ask yourselves that question. How in the world does a police officer not get out of his car to help another white man that is getting whooped up on by a whole bunch of black people? And he has a firearm too. Not only that, but he also got on the bullhorn too. Break it up, break it up, break it up, break it up. He acknowledged it, but didn't get out the car because he knew better, because there was something that was outside that he was not about or prepared to go up against. Also, you also noticed something else, that there really wasn't that much fear in our people either. So now, family, you saw the evidence of what they were doing to that man, right? A whole bunch of black people was doing that. So now I got to show you something else. Now I want to show you two other videos. I'm just going to go ahead and play these here back to back. And without any further ado, family, this is getting fun. Here you go.
Teens are in jail this afternoon after an incident late last night at Bayside Marketplace. They're charged with burglary, grand theft, and battery, among other things.
Yeah, mess out there. NBC6's Amanda Placencia joins us live from Bayside, where things are once again calm, Amanda, but it is a major concern. A lot of cruise ship passengers come here. It's a tourist destination.
Yes, that's right, Constance and Lorena. Last night, just havoc ensued here at Bayside after a group of teens got into a fight. Chaos happened afterwards, and now those 4 teens who were arrested are expected to appear in juvenile court later today. And here are some of those videos that were posted all over social media last night, showing that massive police presence. According to arrest reports, police say a large group of teens started causing a riot inside the mall and were lighting loud fireworks. They were entering businesses, possibly armed with sticks, causing damage inside stores and just creating panic for people inside Bayside. Now, as officers tried to control the situation, they tell us they had to shut down Biscayne Boulevard for 6 blocks until that all clear was given. A group of 50 teens also caused a disturbance at a nearby 7-Eleven downtown. One victim in the chaos told police that a teen threw something at his car, and when he got out to check it out, he was jumped by a group of male teens. He told police that they went into his car and then stole his iPhone. Now, 4 teens between the ages of 14 and 16 years old were arrested last night. Now, 2 have been charged with burglary of an unoccupied conveyance, grand theft, battery, and resisting an officer without violence. 2 others were arrested for resisting an officer without violence. Now, we are not reporting the names of those teens who were arrested. Again, 4 teens were arrested because they are minors. Now, we are not reporting the names of those teens who were arrested. Again, 4 teens were arrested because they are minors. So we are not reporting the names of those teens who were arrested. Again, 4 teens were arrested because they are minors. So
Okay, very good. Okay. Hello, hello. Robin? Waited. Coming up the sidewalk here. This is on the east side of the school. They're all appear to be okay right there. All the ones that are ambulatory and walking here away from the school. This all happening here in about the last 15 minutes when the call went out that there were shots fired at a school. Marjorie Stoneman Douglas School was the name that was given. You can see right now they're bringing another gurney out of one of the fire rescue vehicles there. It's located in the center of the intersection. We can give you that intersection name there. That is Pine Island Road right there. And right over here we've got Holmberg Road. So that's the intersection where they have set up a makeshift kind of command post there to handle all of this. And they are efforting right now to treat these people that have been injured. We're not exactly, we can't confirm exactly how they've been injured, but you can see somebody there being loaded up and rushed to that awaiting fire rescue vehicle there. They're going to get them out of here and get them to the hospital for treatment right away. We still have several other people here. They've got a woman that they just picked up.
After 7 shootings in 10 days rattled Harrisburg, police launched a task force bringing in officers from other agencies to help patrol the streets over the weekend to keep the calm. There were no shootings reported over the weekend, but there were several drug arrests, and police broke up a vicious fight on North 2nd Street downtown, where initially just 2 officers were outnumbered by a rowdy crowd, but they were able to keep the 2 opposing sides apart and arrest one woman after she stomped another woman's head.
No.
Can I ask y'all a question? Can I ask y'all a question? Why was there not a full army of police in these scenarios? A fight, black people are fighting, right? A school shooting, family, a school shooting. And you saw the amount of response from the police, right? You saw that response for yourself. So now, family, I'm going to show you the response, the police response for that night. I am going to show you the police response for the night in question of January 1st, 2024, to what was reported teenagers with sticks and fireworks.
Esta es una llamada a todas las unidades de la ciudad de Miami. Esto es en Bayside ahora. ¿Qué hora es? ¿Qué hora es? 9:35 de la noche de hoy, 1 de enero, frente a Bayside. No sabemos qué está pasando. Bueno, para que sean testigos de cuando se produce una llamada a todas las unidades. Y las que vienen en camino.
So you mean to tell me there was less response for a school shooting than it was for a bunch of teenagers with sticks and fireworks? Who are they lying to, family? Do you see how ridiculous these people are? Do you see just how much of a regard they do not have for you or your common sense? Do you see this? What did you also notice from that footage, family? What did you notice? What you noticed was the evidence of a police blockade. So you may be asking yourself, why is there not any evidence? Why, out of all of these people that were there, how come there isn't any evidence? Well, as you saw from the evidence of the video, there was a police blockade. One side of the street had absolutely no activity and all the other activity was on the other side of the street, and it was completely peninsulated by police, the entire mall. And do you know why? Because nobody can get in and nobody can get out. So why is there no evidence? Because they took it. They took the evidence. And you saw the blockade. You saw the evidence of the blockade for yourself. They took the evidence away. Nobody was leaving with footage. Nobody. That is why that police response was so strong. They surrounded that entire mall. They surrounded the entire area. There's only one other time they do that. And that is when there is a major threat. Can I tell you what that threat was? 3 angels of the Lord that manifested themselves inside of a mall in a heavily Black and Hispanic populated area. That's what you saw. Now, family, I'm going to show you some more videos. I'm going to show you videos from 2 eyewitnesses. 2 eyewitnesses. And again, I'm going to ask each and every last one of you to employ your spiritual ears and spiritual eyes. And I want you to take a look at these 2 young men as they tell this story. Without any further ado, family. Here you go.
We running, and we look back and we noticed some weird shapes taller than me. I'm 6'2", shadowy, dark, solid shapes, not human. I promise you, these is not human. I mean, it made the hair stand up on my skin. And shit, we just booked it for the doors after that, man. I can't explain what that was. I can't say that was aliens, but I can say that was not human. It was not human. And they online, I don't know if they're trying to cover this stuff up, but they saying that it was police officers and somebody, not shadowy figures. It's 2024, man. It's something going on. There's something going on, and they trying to cover it up. A lot of people saw what I saw, and like I say, it was so much chaos ensued that it was just hard to let that sink in, that we was realizing what we looking at. I mean, it's something you can never even create in your head in a dream.
I was there at the Bayside Mall with my family, and we all saw exactly what happened. Don't pay attention to a lot of the videos that are out there. I feel like a lot of people are trying to use this for clout. But what happened, we all saw what happened, and it's pretty serious. It's been a few days, and our whole family's processing it, but I think we've kind of accepted that we were a part of this weird experience and moment. So basically what happened was I was there with my brother Brian, my sister and my nephew. We were looking for shoes for my nephew, and then we see a whole crowd of people outside the store just running out in a direction. So as soon as we saw it, we were like, oh shit, what's going on? So we immediately ran out with our nephew, and we picked him up and we ran out and we followed the crowd, and then about a few seconds later, as soon as we started running, my nephew, he's autistic, so he was pointing behind us and he was saying blankie, which he'll usually say whenever he feels unsafe or scared. And he was pointing behind us. So me and my brother, we look behind us, and then we see these 3 9-10 foot tall creatures. I'm not gonna say aliens. Everyone keeps saying it's aliens. I'm not saying aliens because I don't know what it was. None of us really knew. Everyone, all of us stopped in our track. We, a whole bunch of people were pointing at it. There were other people running. There was a crowd. As soon as it made itself more apparent, it looked like it was glitching, computer pixelation, but like a wavy glitch. And whatever maybe was covering them had, unveiled or whatever. It looked like a glitch, man. It like a weird glitch in the Matrix or whatever. And then you could see it in its full form, all 3 of them. And then, they were all black. You saw eyes, and you could faintly see like lips. But, I was about 20 feet away. because obviously everybody gave it distance, right? And you know, they're tall, so we all just like looked at them. They were just standing there, and the thing that was a little bit weird, but it was clearly like observing us. It was sentient, right? Like, or whatever. I mean, I don't know, but it was aware of us. It looked at us, the whole crowd, and then as soon as it started walking with its big legs, like kind of like it started like almost glitching again, we all ran. My brother like immediately said, "Yo, let's go." He grabbed me by the shoulder. We bolted out of there. And for anyone that's like saying, you know, where's the footage? Yeah, I know. I don't have any footage, and I'll explain why. Because like when I saw it, I was in complete fear. It was something that I completely froze, man. I don't care if I sound like a bitch about it. Like, I froze. And I don't care who you are. I feel like when you're seeing something paranormal, it's different than when you're seeing a fight. Yeah, you'll probably want to record that and put it on World Star or whatever. When you see something paranormal, that's different. Because your reality, you can't comprehend what you're seeing. A fight, you kind of get it. Two people are fighting. You can comprehend that. Something like this, none of us could comprehend. Your first instinct is like, it ain't to like take out your phone and start recording. Your first instinct is like, I've never seen this before. What is this? Is it gonna hurt me or my family? That was my first number one priority. So if you don't believe me, I get it. You know, it's fine. Like, it is silly. I'm sure that someone had footage from that night. If you did, please contact me just so like, you know, we actually have it. So anyways, as soon as the creature started moving, we all just jetted out there. We ran out the front doors. And you know, obviously like we see a whole sea of cop cars, mad cop cars, where other ones were coming in. And we ran with our nephew, and then, you know, a cop stopped us. You know, they took us a little to a bit of a safer area behind the cars. And then, and they asked us what we saw. And we told them what we saw. You know, they wrote it down, and they asked everybody to check their phones. Not everybody, because there was mad people like running away too, right? They didn't get everyone. So I'm wondering if someone's gonna post a video. But yeah, they looked through everyone's phone. I didn't record anything, so I was fine. None of us recorded anything, so we were basically free to go. But in the distance, you could still see, like, you know, I didn't see the beings come out the door, right? But you could see on the side of the building, kind of like that clip that everyone's seeing, that it was slowly walking, and it was like, it wasn't cloaking or glitching or whatever. It was walking. So I don't know if it seemed more like it was an interdimensional thing. Someone's coming into our dimension or whatever, a bunch of them. And I think, you know, that it was just interesting, the police response, because there was a whole bunch of them. This ain't for no teenagers. No, this was for something way bigger. And it almost seemed like the cops had like a already made strategy for it, because they surrounded one of the beings with like all their police cars. They blared it up even louder because you could hear that it was louder. Maybe as an attempt to like distract it or let it know like, hey, you don't belong here, right? And you know, they were trying to like slowly move alongside with it. But I didn't see anything else after that, because me and my family, we got out of there. We went into our car, we went home. Cause you know, we had our nephew with us, and we went to make sure, like, you know, he was okay. So I'm still kind of like processing everything. Like, it's weird, but at the same time, I'm glad that we weren't alone in seeing it, cause like it was a whole bunch of us that saw it. And it feels kind of like, you know, you're part of something like really big. But at the same time, it's confusing. Cause like you want to kind of like show people, like, I wish I took a video, man, like, cause people are gonna probably think I'm crazy, right? But yeah, I'm left with more questions. Like, we were all kind of left with more questions than anything else. Yeah, I'm not saying that it's aliens. I know everybody's saying it's aliens. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is I saw something come in through like a weird glitchy, maybe a portal or whatever. And it was like they were pretty tall. You could see some features of it. They were very dark, like and shiny, but I can't tell if it was like a wet shiny or like a metallic shiny. And long limbs. Long limbs, long fingers. They were definitely humanoid in shape, and shadowy. But maybe that shadowiness was like from a glitch or whatever.
This
like
keeps on going on about glitch.
Maybe they had like fell off. But yeah, it felt like something was coming into our world or whatever.
Mate,
like a fucking Stranger Things episode. But it was crazy, man. Like,
now, I'm gonna ask y'all a very serious question. Did either one of those men seem like they were lying? Not to me. Not at all. First and foremost, the first brother, he looked like he was on the verge of tears. That first brother, that man was still in shock. That's not the face, the speech. That is not the countenance of a liar. The second brother, can I explain something to y'all? There are certain tactics that you can use to tell when a person is lying, right? Now, I'm saying this here very, 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 very detailed and carefully. And first, let me make this disclaimer right now. Don't try to go and employ this tactic, because there's going to be some people that, because after I say this, they'll be like, ooh, I can tell you lying. No. This comes from people that are skilled in this field when they're able to tell when a person is lying. Because when a person is accessing information in his brain, when they're doing it, their eyes look to the right. But when you're looking at them, it looks like they're looking to the left. Because what they're doing, they're accessing what's called the visual cortex. The release of information in your brain when you are recalling an actual event. The second brother, the young Hispanic brother, his eyes kept going to the left on screen. He was accessing information. What did they both say? There was fear. Absolute panic and fear. So now what we are going to do is go to these scriptures. So family, please open your Bibles to the 1611 King James Version Bible with the Apocrypha. I want you, please, family, I want you to go to the book of Genesis, chapter 2, verse 1. The book of Genesis, chapter 2 and verse 1. Let me read this here to you. Thus, the heavens and the earth were finished, and all the host of them. The host? What host? Who's the host? I thought it was only God. That's not true. Because it was the Most High, Yahushua, who the world calls Jesus, and the angels. They were all there as creation took place. They were all watching as creation took place. Yep. There are other beings that were right there beside the Most High and Yahushua. They're called angels, family. They're called angels. So from the very second chapter of the Bible, it's telling you that angels exist, that there are these other beings that exist. So now with that being said, let's go ahead and go to the book of 1 Kings chapter 6. Let's go to the book of 1 Kings chapter 6. Let's go to verse 22. Go down to verse 22. Let me show you this. Watch this, family. And the whole house he overlaid with gold until he had finished all the house. Also, the whole altar that was by the oracle he overlaid with gold. And within the oracle he made 2 cherubims. Those are angels. 2 cherubims of olive tree, each 10 cubits high. And 5 cubits was the one wing of the cherub, and 5 cubits the other wing of the cherub. From the utmost part of the one wing unto the utmost part of the other were 10 cubits. And the other cherub was 10 cubits, and the other cherub was 10 cubits. Both the cherubims were of one measure and one size. The height of the cherub of one, let me start that again. The height of the one cherub was 10 cubits, and so was it the other cherub. So it just made sure that you understood that these things are tall. How did this person know to create a cherub, a cherubim? Number one, they saw them. There was a time on this planet when we saw the angels. There was a time when they walked with us. There was a time that we saw them. There was a time that we knew what they were. There was a time that we were able to look up at them and we knew that they were tall. Now, what did they say was in Miami? 10-foot tall aliens. And we know they're not aliens. They're beings. They're called angels. That's what they were. And we know all throughout the Bible that these angels are able to just manifest themselves out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. Also, there was another event that took place in the scriptures called the Transfiguration, where things just happened to appear out of absolutely nowhere, and men were right there as they saw it. Because there were certain disciples that were right there watching it. So let's see. This Transfiguration where there were men that were watching as these beings just appeared out of absolutely nowhere and they were recognizable. Then in Miami, Florida, there were these beings that just appeared out of absolutely nowhere. 3 of them. 3 of them. 3 10-foot tall beings. That would be very, very, very difficult to believe if we never had this Bible. You see, the Bible tells the truth all the time. The Bible talks about these encounters all the time. We used to be able to see the angels. They would talk to us. They would minister to us. Not anymore. And do you know why? Because we gave that up. We gave it up with sin. The Father told us, I'm going to remove you from your heritage. You walking around with the angels is your heritage. Many of you may not even know this either, but did you know that the angels are tribal? Yes, indeed. Tribal. There are angels assigned to the tribes. But you will never know that if you don't study. You will never know that if you don't pick up the book and read it for yourself. All right. So now that was there. Now I want to go to the book of Genesis chapter 18. The book of Genesis chapter 18. Let's go to verse 1. Now, do y'all see this? All of these encounters. As a matter of fact, we just talked about it Friday night. Did we or did we not? Did we or did we not talk about how Esdras, or Ezra, however you want to pronounce it, that he was talking to an angel of the Lord right there in his face that appeared right in front of him? You believe that, but you won't believe that angels of the Lord appeared in the middle of a mall? Okay. Genesis chapter 18, verse 1. And the Lord appeared unto him in the plains of Mamre, and he sat in the tent door in the heat of the day. And he lifted up his eyes and looked, and lo, 3. And lo, 3. And lo, 3 men stood by him. And when he saw them, he ran to meet them from the tent door and bowed himself toward the ground and said, My Lord, if now I have found favor in thy sight, pass not away, I pray thee, from thy servant. So what happened? Let's see. There was somebody from Israel that saw an angel of the Lord, and there was some running involved. He ran to it. He ran to it. Why did he run to it? He wasn't afraid of it during this time. He was familiar. He was familiar with these angels. They all were. This was not foreign to them. But what happened in Miami? After the Father said that he was going to remove us from our heritage, they saw these angels of the Lord appear and they ran. So when we are further removed from our heritage, does the Bible speak of fear when we see angels? Let's go to Luke chapter 1 and verse 11. Let's build up to that. Luke chapter 1, let's go down to verse 11. Let's just see. And there appeared unto him an angel of the Lord, standing on the right side of the altar of incense. And when Zacharias saw him, he was troubled, and fear fell upon him. I'm sorry, I got to read that one more time, family, because this sounds like something that happened in the mall in Florida. And there appeared unto him an angel of the Lord standing on the right side of the altar of incense. And when Zacharias saw him, he was troubled, and fear fell upon him. So what happened? Just as those brothers spoke, there were these three angels that just appeared out of absolute nowhere, just appeared. And when they appeared, they were afraid. This is why I said at the beginning of this that I absolutely believe this, because the Bible supports it. The Bible supports these claims. So now, being that the Bible does support these claims, let's go to one that we talked about this past Friday night. Family, please go to the book of Hebrews chapter 1 and verse 14, please. The book of Hebrews chapter 1 and verse 14. Now, we talked about this Friday night, right? Let's see. Are they not all ministering spirits sent forth to minister for them who shall be heirs of salvation? Wait a minute. Family, it was reported that three beings showed up in a heavily populated Black and Hispanic area in Miami, Florida, where the children of the promise are. The children of the promise showed up. And what happened? Can somebody please tell me what happened? What did you notice? There was a fight that broke out, a video that you saw, a video that you witnessed here tonight, where there was a group of Black people that were beating up a white man. So the question that I have is, what did that angel actually say when they showed up? What did that angel say? Because in the last days, did it not say that in these last days? Did it not say in these last days? Did it not say in these last days that there would be angel activity? Did it not say in these last days that the children of Israel were going to start to conquer the children of Esau? Did it not say that? Oh my goodness, family, oh my goodness. Why in the world would Cat Williams just happen to agree to put out something to deter the people away? Why would he agree to do something like that, family? But I'm crazy. I'm the crazy one. I'm the crazy one because on January 3rd, when these reports began, 2 days after it took place, on that very same day, Cat Williams dropped his interview that is now over 40 million people viewed. He took away your attention, family. I'm not crazy, nor am I a liar. Now, family, let's go to the book of Colossians, chapter 2 and verse 18, please. And if y'all notice, this is Old and New Testament that I'm pulling from. The book of Colossians, chapter 2 and verse 18. Let's see what it says. Let no man beguile you of your reward in a voluntary humility and worshiping of angels, intruding into those things which he hath not seen, vainly puffed up by his fleshly mind. Did y'all understand that? That is exactly why I wanted to make sure that I told you at the beginning of this video that I don't believe in aliens or any of that nonsense, but I do believe in angelic activity. But I need y'all to understand something, family. I need you to understand something. You are above the angel because we will be judging angels. We will be judging angels. We will be judging angels. So don't puff yourself up at the sight of these things. don't. That is what it's telling you right here. Yeah, they look different than us. They're bigger than us. Bigger, but not stronger. Bigger, but not stronger. They serve us. That's what Hebrews 1:14 is saying. They serve us. Why wasn't there any malevolent activity with those 3 angels of the Lord that showed up in the mall? Because they were not there to be malevolent. They were there for the people. Going to show you even further that blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the true children of Israel. Because they didn't show up in Israel. They showed up in Miami. They showed up in Miami, Florida. Why are these angels not showing up in? Why are these angels not showing up in? Why are these angels not showing up in Israel? Because there's destruction going on in Israel. But to the place where the Father said his children are scattered, his angels appear. All praises to the Most High. Father, thank you. Thank you, Father. Because now the truth of the Bible is being revealed. And guess what? It's undeniable now. So much that the media went full out of its way to make sure that you did not know about what took place in Miami, Florida. But we're not done there, family. Let's continue. Now I want you to go to Matthew chapter 13, please. I want you to go to the book of Matthew chapter 13. I want you to go down to verse 49. Let's go there. Matthew chapter 13, verse 49, and let's see exactly what this says, family. Are you ready? Let's see what it says. So shall it be at the end of the world. So shall it be at the end of the world. The angel shall come forth and sever the wicked from among the just. Welcome to the last days, royal family. Welcome to the last days. You see, I'm not afraid to talk about these things because these are the things that are going to happen. There are going to be so many more events that's going to take place that's coming up that more than likely is going to have so many of you running scared. But I'm going to tell you right now, don't be afraid, family. There's no need. Don't be afraid. There's no need to be afraid of any of this coming. They're here for us. But this is why it is so important that you are righteous. Let me just read this here one more time. So shall, and now this is Yahushua talking. So shall it be at the end of the world. The angel shall come forth and sever the wicked from among the just. That did not just mention Esau or the other nations. That's talking about the 2/3. Yahushua said that these angels are going to come and start killing the wicked. You better hope and you better prepare yourself for righteousness. Because if not, you're dead. That's the promise. Who the world calls Jesus. What did Yahushua say? That in these last days, at the end of the world, these angels are going to start showing up. They're showing up. Welcome to the end of the world, family. Welcome to the end of the world. And you have somebody here that's not afraid to talk about this type of stuff. I'm not afraid about it one bit. This is exciting. This is beyond exciting for me. And I want y'all to understand something. I'm going to be right here, bringing this forth here to you with a smile on my face. I've been waiting for this my entire life. I never understood why I was so fascinated by these things, but I know now that these last days are here. I completely understand. And I just give thanks for the Most High. I give thanks for the Most High. I truly, truly do. Because without that, my mind will probably be gone. I'll probably be sitting up in a mental institution somewhere, rocking back and forth. But the Most High left me out right here, knowing that all the things that I've ever encountered are going to come into fruition on this day. And that I will not be afraid to sit in front of each and every last one of you, knowing that y'all can call me crazy, call me a kook, call me a conspiracy theorist, call me whatever you want to. I could not care less. I don't care because I know this stuff is real. And I know what happened in Florida really happened in Florida. And why do I believe that? Because I have the complete understanding of a great deception. And let me explain to you a great deception. You see, most people are talking about Project Bluebeam. Let me explain something to you. Project Bluebeam, that is something that they want you to see. They took the evidence and all the footage away. This is not Project Bluebeam at all. This is not Project Bluebeam. Project Bluebeam, that is a project, a projection of images that they want you to see. But with this particular circumstance, they did just the opposite. So, family, as I say this, as we close this out, the word deception, it can go either way. Because first and foremost, a deception could be something that you just happen to take a look in the air, you know, projections. It very well could be Project Bluebeam. It very well could be. Or a deception could be the greatest lie ever told. Trying to convince somebody that something does not exist. All right, family, I want to thank you for another episode of TRF News. And once again, if you like it, we'll do it again next week.